Melody had the pernicious habit of coaxing her lovers, especially those who were older, wealthier, and, allegedly, wiser than she, into feigning that they were somehow or other uniquely special to her, and that, for thy, she was willing, out of girlish admiration for their manliness, and out of deferential, even reverential, respect for their supposedly brilliant accomplishments, to put out, altruistically, in their behalves, individually vouchsafing each suitor with what's known in the vernacular as a mercy fuck. Be that as it may, in the penultimate moments of love's 11th hour, she cruelly warded off their strokes and thrusts after getting them all hot and proud and ready for action. In effect, she canceled their flights just seconds before takeoff. Although it was pure torture for her swains to be led on in such fashion, it gave Melody a poignantly exuberant feeling of power, i.e., of supreme control, over every subtle nuance of these men's totteringly fragile feelings and perilously vulnerable emotions, for they invariably took a tumble for her. To make matters worse, most of her victims were sentimental melancholics, congenitally so, it would seem. She treated such prospects as though they weren't human beings at all, but mere objects she could toy with for the sake of her wry and malicious amusement. It gave Melody untold pleasure to rave about her jocular exploits to her friend Angelique over drinks on weekends at the Skunkin' Barnacle. In those heady days, it felt as if their mirth and merriment would last forever. Truth be told, Melody had a decided preference for older, more seasoned professional types, and rarely spent time with grummets from her own age set, most of whom she found fatuously puerile and sophomoric. This didn't stop her, however, from coming on to them withal, and thus playing upon their hopes and desires, not unmuch as she did with her more established spoons. Such Aphroditeshness on her part had prompted the much ballyhooed and sensationalized self-destruction of a morbidly sentimental young aristo named Thruer, who'd attended one of her classes at the prep. When she'd calculatedly inveigled him with her insouciant charms, he'd fallen head over heels for her. It was a hopeless situation from the start, predestined to end badly and sadly, not just for him, but for a trance of his lovelorn confreres from around the world, as evidenced by the glooming wave of solitaires that succeeded his own.